Designing Riven, it's like any other creative endeavor. You sit down with a blank piece of paper, you brain dump onto it, and you throw away most of it, and some of it sticks.
The very first thing we did with Riven was design the whole gameplay for the entire world, which is basically just a blueprint of the puzzles that the player will find throughout the environment. We really made an attempt to try and think of those puzzles as part of the environment rather than just some sort of arbitrary Rubik's Cube that you encounter along the way.
Obviously it starts exactly where Myst left off, and from there it all changes. The story itself, we've been real hesitant to reveal too much of it. It'd be like telling someone that Darth Vader was Luke's father. It kind of ruins the movie. And we don't want to do that. We want people to be really impressed and get the rewards they deserve for waiting for 4 years. So here we have this real world, and that meant metal needed to be rusted in just the way it would be in the real world. If there were grease marks coming out of the back of one of the transportation devices, then they should be there. Where gases were vented, it should cause corrosion. And I think there was an inordinate amount of work that went into watching those details and make sure they fit in well with how things worked.
The mag car in the outline form of the game was just a footbridge, but when we got to actually solving that problem for real, we asked ourselves, how do we get people from A to B in the most interesting way possible? And I think at one time we were going to have some sort of boat-like thing, right, but realized that the boat would probably have to be on tracks or something because people would be able to go anywhere. So we eventually wound up with the mag car, which is basically just like a deluxe horizontal elevator.
We had the luxury of not just 2 people doing artwork, but teams of people. And not just having Macs to do it on, but having XGI workstations. Instead of one person doing sound, we had teams of people doing sound. From the smallest picture to the largest movie, any little bit and piece that we could tell a story with, we did. We've spent 4 years working on this thing. Putting this all together was a monumental task. Almost 5,000 pictures and 3 hours of QuickTime, hour and whatever of music and sound, and astronomical amount of data. Keeping track of it and putting it together was unbelievable. We stacked up 9 gig drives like I think people stack up floppy drives. So many movies rendered and pictures rendered and sound effects created. There's certain movies that people put that kind of time and effort into, and after you pay your $7 and see the movie, you think, man, I got my money's worth. And I hope that's what this is to people. I hope that feels the same way.